please be upstanding to welcome the bridal party.
Can I turn yet?
No, I'll tap you into turn. She told you like 5 times. No,
Not yet.
no, she told me to tap him when she's coming in so she can get the photo. Oh, that can't see her. See her. She's not there yet. It's a nice song though. Lovely song. Oh no, that's not her.
Careful.
I didn't realise the blazing. There's 3 bridesmaids.
The one that was in white is the one you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking for now. I'll watch it for her. I'll know when I see her. That's right.
I'm used to being late.
Come here.
She's all yours. Thank you very much. You look fucking amazing.
You too.
Thank you. Okay.
Please, can everyone be seated? Just stand a little bit further back, please. Just on that side. Lovely. Or stand a little bit closer together, pretend you like each other.
I look so good.
So do you.
You both ready to start?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Northumberland Registration Service and the staff here at the Petit Chateau, I'd like to welcome you all here to witness and, of course, celebrate the marriage of Kate and Sam. I'd like to start by thanking William for escorting the bride here today. It must be a very proud moment for you.
It wasn't.
I'm sure you'll agree our couple have chosen a fantastic venue here at the Petit Chateau in which to be married. And I know that Kate and Sam are delighted that the people who mean the most to them, you, their loving family and dearest friends, have joined them here today to help share in their joy and happiness and to help them create some wonderful memories with which to start their married lives together. My name is Neil Crompton and it's my absolute pleasure to conduct this ceremony today. My colleague is Davina Barclay. She's already checked the couple's legal details in preparation for producing that all-important marriage certificate. So when the hangover clears in a few days' time, you'll have proof today did actually happen. Now, I'd like to start the ceremony by inviting Margaret to come forward with a very special reading.
This is a poem called The Ballad of Kate and Sam. I wondered who the girl would be who would capture the heart of my boy. What would she look like? What would she wear? What colour of eyes? What colour of hair? What would I want her traits to be? What would I wish for? Let me see. A Barbie girl, a Disney princess. None of these would be my guess. A Mother Teresa, a Lady Di, someone outspoken or someone shy, a devil woman, or
At
heaven
times.
sent, or someone who works for the government. Going back a few years, when Sam was at school, the girls ignored him.
Thanks.
He wasn't that cool.
Little has changed.
Then he went to Stirling to study for a while, and he became this handsome guy with the lovely smile. He finished his course and came back home, got a job in London in the Central Zone. He worked his way up and did very well, then studied to be chartered. He said that was hell. One day he went to Aberdeen. He was quite excited because he'd never been. There was a girl in the office he was helping to train with a beautiful smile and a double-barreled name. He thought of this girl he'd met that day. Could he see her again? Was there a way? What were her interests and goals, he thought. Could he find out? He felt that he ought. So he called her, and she was pleased, he could tell. But their first date in Edinburgh didn't go well. He continued to woo her, and it soon became clear if too long apart, they would both shed a tear. So, who is she, this girl who captured Sam's heart and made him sad when they were apart, who lit a fire that still burns today and brings us to this, their wedding day? Well, she has a passion to save the earth, because there's floods and typhoons from Alaska to Perth. She loves all the animals, even the ants. And because of all this, she will only eat plants. She worked for the government under Nicola's rule. We don't hold that against her. That would be cruel. She goes to COP every year. She's part of the team where she met David Attenborough, her lifelong dream. With big brown eyes and long dark hair, Kate and Sam make an excellent pair. And on top of all this, she's pretty smart too. I'm so happy today that they'll both say, I do.
That was good.
So marriage is a significant event. It's both ordinary and extraordinary. It holds the special, magical, exciting moments in life, such as today, but it also holds the more routine aspects of life, like snuggling up on the sofa together, spending the entire night staring lovingly at your mobile phone. Marriage is about sharing the good times and the bad, the happy times and the sad, but mostly it's the bits in between, the everyday stuff. The inner progression of love between two people is a most marvellous thing. It cannot be found by searching for it or by passionately wishing for it. It's a kind of fortunate accident, and one of the most wonderful things to happen in life. Now, Kate and Sam, your wedding ceremony is likely to be the greatest gathering of the people that you hold most dear in life. Treasure this moment and treat it with the importance that it deserves. Marriage is a partnership in which each of you can grow and be your true selves while sharing and supporting in the development of the other. It's a statement to all of those around you of what the two of you already know, namely that you've found such love and support that you wish to share the rest of your lives together. You each take the other in your entirety as companion, confidant and friend. Now, Sam, may I have your full name, please?
Samuel John Cowan.
Kate Chalmers Deacon.
This place in which you are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. If any person knows of any lawful impediment why Kate and Sam may not be joined in marriage, you must declare it now. Invited the right guest, well done. So before you promise yourselves to each other in marriage, it's my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. I'm going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. So by replying I am to the question, are you Samuel John Cowan free lawfully to marry Kate Chalmers Deacon?
I am.
Are you Kate Chalmers Deacon free lawfully to marry Samuel John Cowan?
I am.
The purpose of marriage is that you may always love and care for and support each other through all the joys and the sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitment. I'm sure that everybody sat in this room today knows that these things will come true for you both. Kate and Sam wish to marry each other. For each other's company they've found fulfilment and love. They've drawn closer to each other and now wish to affirm their relationship, offering each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. By taking these vows, you undertake a commitment to cherish and support each other faithfully throughout your lives together. So the institution of marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. Therefore, by replying I do to the question, do you, Sam, take Kate here present to be your lawful wedded wife, to be loving, loyal, and faithful to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
And do you, Kate, take Sam here present to be your lawful wedded husband, to be loving, loyal, and faithful to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
And if you'd like to hold hands, for in the presence of your family and friends, you're now going to enter into your legal contract of marriage. So Sam, you're going to repeat these words after me.
Okay.
I, Samuel John Cowan,
I, Samuel John Cowan,
take you, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
take you, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
Kate. I, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
I, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
take you, Samuel John Cowan,
take you, Samuel John Cowan,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
So a couple have chosen this part in the ceremony to make some very special personal promises to each other. So again, Sam, you're going to repeat after me.
Okay.
Kate, from this day forward,
Kate, from this day forward,
I promise to share my life with you,
I promise to share my life with you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
to be proud of you,
to be proud of you,
and never take you for granted.
and never take you for granted.
Always take care of you,
Always take care of you,
and to be faithful to you.
and to be faithful to you.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
Sam, from this day forward,
Sam, from this day forward,
I promise to share my life with you,
I promise to share my life with you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
to be proud of you,
to be proud of you,
never take you for granted.
never take you for granted,
Always take care of you,
always take care of you,
and to be faithful to you.
and to be faithful to you.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
I think that deserves a round of applause, everyone. So I'd now like to invite William to come forward with another special reading.
An Apache marriage blessing. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be the warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons. There is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion to the places where the rivers meet the sun, and may your days be good and long upon the earth. The beauty of love. The question is asked, is there anything more beautiful in life than a young couple clasping hands and pure hearts in the path of marriage? Can there be anything more beautiful than young love? And the answer is given. Yes, there is a more beautiful thing. It is the spectacle of an old man and an old woman finishing their journey together on that path. Their hands are gnarled, but still clasped. Their faces are seamed, but still radiant. Their hearts are physically bowed and tired, but still strong with love and devotion. Yes, there's a more beautiful thing than young love, old love. Our wish. We wish you all that's good, things wonderful and new. We wish you lives imbued with all that's pure and true. We wish you countless days where joy is unsurpassed, and any tears or pain will only moments last.
That was very good. Thank you.
So we now come to the giving of the wedding rings. This is an ancient and traditional way of seeing the contract that you both now made, and is the outward sign of the vows you've made to each other. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle, symbolising unending and everlasting love, and it reflects the lifelong promises that you've made here today. I understand that Daniel's been very carefully looking after the rings. You want to go forward?
And me.
Thank you very much.
You
Oh,
just
you
take
get one.
Give me them all.
Sam, if you can place that halfway down Kate's finger, hold it in place and repeat these words after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage,
as a symbol of our marriage,
for today and tomorrow,
for today and tomorrow,
and for all days to come.
and for all days to come.
Wear it as a sign
Wear it as a sign
of the vows we have made this day.
of the vows we have made this day.
If you just complete the ring. So again, if you just put that halfway down Sam's finger, hold it in place and repeat these words. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage,
as a symbol of our marriage,
for today and tomorrow,
for today and tomorrow,
and for all days to come.
and for all days to come.
Wear it as a sign
Wear it as a sign
of the vows we have made this day.
of the vows we have made this day.
Definitely on.
Yes.
So Kate and Sam, every day you live, remember the promises that you've made to each other here today. Continue to live your lives as best friends and strive to fulfill each other's happiness. Be each other's strength and weakness, share your feelings, and value each other's beliefs. And just be the most important person in each other's lives. Ask all your family and friends here today, having witnessed this marriage ceremony and your commitments to each other, to join with me and Davina in wishing you both success and happiness and lots of fun in your future lives. You both made the declarations required by law and have made solemn and binding promises to each other. It therefore gives me great pleasure to say you are now united as husband and wife. And Sam, I think you know which bit comes next.
Thanks.
You have to sign the document.
Thank you.
You then have a kiss.
That's the follow.
Small part of today's celebrations, but I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot more celebrating as the day goes on. Kate and Sam, as the two of you commit your love to each other here today, remember the lessons of love that you've always known. Remember the words you've spoken and heard, and keep your promises always. Let your love comfort, support, and encourage you. Let it be the best part of your lives. May you always know it will always make everything better. Can everyone please be upstanding? Have your confetti to the ready, and make lots of noise for the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Coward.
Thank you.
Hey, Sammy boy!
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Hey, it's fucking strange, isn't it? You feel like a celebrity, don't you? Oh, you've prepared.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
James is going to see you away.
Cheers.
Thank you. Slide. Hello, everyone. So, first off, me and my wife. We'd like to thank you all for coming today. Probably everyone here has come a long way. And I have to say this is very much a collision of worlds for me. We've got guests from Scotland, England and even as far away as the Middle East, all making their way here. We didn't exactly aim to make it awkward for everyone, but you got here, so thank you very much, we're very glad you came. It wasn't long ago that I began to visualise this moment and my future, and there were many variables in my imagination about what this might look like. Kate, I don't need to tell you how amazing you look. If I could have seen this, if I could have seen this 15 years ago, I probably would have fainted. You're an amazing lady, both in temperament, grace, and beauty. When I first met Kate, it was through work. She came into the office glowing, and I was smitten from the moment we met. Shortly after, the company sent me to Aberdeen for training. It was probably not a very productive day, I'd imagine, from a company perspective. We spent the day laughing, talking. I wrote the printer. But it really was the catalyst that started our relationship. I do remember one rocky moment in particular. My father had got wind of a girl that I was seeing in Aberdeen. He happened to be going there, and he went up to a girl and said, "I hear you're dating my son." It was the wrong girl. Thanks for that, we survived that. When I was working out the proposal today, I spoke not only to Kate's father, but also Kate's mother. And both were delighted and they obliged. And in my mind, family of Kate's mother and family have been family to me for years. It's to your testament that you've raised such a remarkable girl. That's why she is who she is today. In preparing for the speech today, I asked myself why I love Kate. Kate to me is a lot of things. Level-headed, definitely strong-willed, often overly zealous about dishes, cleaning up. But she's also a wonderful person. I've loved every minute we spent together over the last 9 years. I marry her today not because I think I will love her more. I don't think that would be possible. But simply to celebrate the love I have already held for many years. Kate's bridesmaids, goes without saying, you all look amazing today. I can assure you they all would have looked amazing before putting on the makeup today. I'd like to thank you all for helping Kate prepare for the day. You're remarkable friends to her, and thank you for doing that. I would also like to extend my gratitude to my best man and groomsmen, Daniel, Josh, Simon and the two Jameses. It's a bit complicated, there's more Jameses here than there are in the Scottish royal family. But Daniel, thank you for the great stag, the details of which remain classified. And thank you all for attending, particularly to my groomsmen, on what is another very special day, and that is of course the day of the Old Firm, Rangers and Celtic. I'm aware that I'm wearing all green. That's an oversight, I think. I'm aware, some of you did argue robustly for the inclusion of a TV today on which to watch the football. I decline because I don't want to be divorced on the same day that I get married. I'm also aware that some of you, one in particular, is angling for my mother today. Look no further than the one that looks like he owns Gucci. realises that my dad has expensive lawyers. To my own parents, I'd firstly like to thank you for the amazing job you did raising your son. But honestly, you've led by example. Everything good in me is a reflection of you. When I am lost, it's your love and your counsel that I seek. Your love has been unconditional, and your support to me, Kate, over the years has been invaluable. Lastly, I would like to extend a toast to absent friends. One in particular weighs heavily on me today. That's, of course, my brother Daniel. Daniel was and will forever be the person I aspire to be. I wish he was here, and he would have loved to have been here. So, a toast to absent friends. So, before I sit down, I'll leave you with one last sentiment. Quote 4. It's a frightening thought that in one fraction of a moment, you can fall in the kind of love that takes a lifetime to get over. Thank you very much. I will now hand you over to the father of the bride, Bill.
By the way, I was going to ask for the television because Wraith Rovers are playing. Now, as you know, my name is Bill and my wife Margaret. We are the ones that flew in from the Middle East on Thursday and we'll fly out tomorrow. So we'd like to make a quick visit, but due to work commitments, we'll have to be back. So short, sweet. My daughter, she's not looking beautiful today. Well, I'd like to start by thanking you all for being here and sharing this great occasion. Sam I've known for a long time, and I'll come back to Sam in a minute. There's nothing about that, is there? My daughter, I love dearly. She is my little angel. My son there, who's the youngest, is got no comparison to my daughter. He has to earn what Kate has rocked with me as my daughter.
I don't know the dress off.
But Kate and Sam have one very common area of love, and that is your parents from both sides. Love you deeply. I think we'll all have met your parents for the first time. I think we do love you, we'll always love you, and we hope you have a long and successful and beautiful marriage. Yeah. Okay, sincere. Well, I'm going to start done that. Oh, did you also know, I should have said earlier, my daughter is not only beautiful as you saw today, she's kind, she's modest, she's lovely, she takes after my genes. Quite obvious. But there's one side of Kate, Sam, that we're going to talk about, is that when she was a child at primary school, they used to pick her up the school gate. She'd come running over, skipping, and throw herself into my arms, and a happy young child. But one day, I happened to be late. There was an accident on the road, driving up to go to the primary school for that paper. And I phoned the school ahead, said, we're running late. Said, no problem, we'll have her in the school. I went to the school, the head teacher came out and said hello, and Kate standing there, and she looked at me right, and I said, Dad, you are very late! So, watch out, she's coming. There's a side of her I hope you see. Okay. Oh, what's that? Now, the bit I was going to say, which is quite important, over the years, Kate has asked me the same question many, many times over the years, and I've never been yet able to give her an answer. So, Kate, I can, for the first time, give you that answer. 99.9% certain. So, I apologise if you can't get over it. Okay. Turning quickly and swiftly to my new son-in-law. Sam we've known for a number of years, and as you've known Kate for a number of years. He's been part of the family for a long time. We've had some laughs and some jokes with him. But there's a couple of points I think I need to mention. First of all, I do not recognise this marriage today. When Sam asked me to marry my daughter, we, after an hour and a half negotiating, we agreed that he would give me, am I right? 2 fresh lobsters. I have not seen the fresh lobsters yet, sir. So, no. Until I get 2 lobsters, 6 down in Cyprus, I expect 2 lobsters, or we do not recognise the value. But there's another story about Sam I want to tell. Sam, when he comes over with my son and my son-in-law, and we always go and play a couple of games of golf with the golf course. And Sam has a unique talent on the golf course. He's got a plaque in the Secret Valley Golf Club in Paphos. Only one who's got it. So to explain all this, I need to give Sam a present, but not just now.
What's in here? What's the song pocket?
Sam is the only golfer I have ever met, or my son has ever met, or son-in-law, is that he has the ability to find every sand bunker with a golf course. And the name is just sit waiting for him to find the ball. I thought that'd be something to do. And I'm going to cut that out as well because I've spoken too long. I think I'll just finish by saying, Sam, Kate, have a long, happy marriage. We've known you for a long time now, Sam, and I've told you you'll look after my daughter, we'll know that whatsoever. And I would just like you to raise your glasses to Kate and Sam. That's me done.
Thanks, Bill. When Sam was a young boy, I never thought he'd amount to much. That seems harsh, so let me explain. Although he behaved well, he tended not to listen to anything that disinterested him. He had a real talent on that score. Like school, for example. Like teachers, for example, not interested, not a job. I mean, it's not that he wasn't interested in anything. I mean, there's some things he was interested in. For example, how to acquire massive quantities of Mountain Dew, either legally or illegally. He didn't care. How far, for example, you could stretch Armstrong before he broke, which he inevitably did, and he had to get a new one. How you could watch, we didn't know this till later, how you could watch 18 plus movies when you're only 10. Or, for example, and this is a play on language with Sam, but how the choice of laser guns or the cinema for his birthday party could become laser guns and the cinema. I mean, after all that, it's only one word, you know. All of these things. Or how to get maximum credit for the least amount of effort. For example, one of his chores was to pick up litter outside of the garden, and he used to achieve this, I kid you not, by looking out the window and either saying it's raining, so I get a pass, or I've looked and there is no litter. Box ticked. Pocket money, please. So this problem that he had with listening, once during a pretty humiliating parents' night, in which Sam's failure to pay attention, therefore get nowhere with his learning, was painfully discussed. And the teacher could see how deflated Margaret and I were. You remember that? So she ended with the intended consolation, but he's a really happy little boy. And that summed him up, really. It summed him up: happy, sometimes manipulative, mainly interested in getting his own way. A bit like Kim Jong-un. Look where he ended up. He did not too bad for himself. But I have to say, Sam did have a weak spot, an Achilles heel, as it were. He hated when I was displeased with him. And because he was so cute, I have to say, another of his key strengths, which arguably lasts until today, I really showed him extreme displeasure. And to do so was actually really challenging when faced with these big, seemingly innocent, doe eyes. And after that now infamous parents' night, I was frustrated and sad that my youngest son would probably be be living with us and of us into his 40s. So we had a talk, and talks usually happened in my room. Serious discussions were always in my room. That's where the boys knew I kept the deterrent, sometimes known as the slipper. And I sensed how much he sensed how much I was distressed. And for once, amazingly, he was listening. And I told him, I said to him, Sam, there's a secret to learning that your friends don't know. A key to unlock the door of your disinterest. And this seemed to pique his interest because he liked to beat all of his friends. And I told him to imagine that when his teacher spoke facts, he had to visualise those facts, open his mind and get as many of these facts into his brain as he possibly could. And then afterwards, do a recce of all the items that he captured. I explained that learning was just about catching stuff and squashing it into your brain. This is how simple you had to get. It was quite easy. Now, whether it was this talk that made the difference, we need to ask Sam. And perhaps he won't even remember. But after that, Sam seemed to enter the race of life with curiosity, ambition, and determination. In fact, quite frankly, he took flight. All of a sudden, he passed all his standard grades, hires. He went to Henley College and he got A-levels. He went on to Stirling University for a business and economics degree, and then he studied for years more to attain the chartered level of financial planning. We were thinking, who is this guy? And look at him now. If I may say, as his proud father, he's smart, he's handsome, he's successful, he's popular, he's got endless curiosity and ambition, and he's an all-round great guy of whom his mum and dad could not be more proud. So when he was a young boy, I never thought he'd amount to much. But the idiot was me, not him. So today at his wedding, I want to give him some advice. Maybe echoing those lessons from that discussion many years ago in his room. Sam, there's a secret to being married that your friends don't know. A key to unlock the door to a successful long-term relationship. Sam, you need to imagine that when Kate speaks facts, opinions, instructions, preferences, you have to visualise them, open your mind, get as many of them into your brain as you can, and afterwards do a recce of all the items that you've captured. Tell her that you've done that, by the way. She'll be ever so pleased. You see, a successful marriage is just about catching all that stuff and squashing it into your brain. Easy. Box ticked. And finally to Kate, thank you for ensuring he won't be living with us into his 40s. We've grown to love you as a daughter, and we couldn't be happier that you have become the one for him. So in closing, I'd like to read a short poem, which I'm not ashamed to say I wrote for my wife. It's obviously not as good as her poetry, as we've seen from today. But I wrote it for her on Valentine's Day this year, and I hope it could just as well be spoken in each of the hearts of this wonderful couple today. And it's called Wishes. Whatever is hateful, let its object be me, not you. Whatever is cruel, let its harm against me accrue. Whatever is sad, let it encompass me as a glove and leave you unburdened. That's the measure of my love. Whatever brings pain, let all its power against me be expended. Whatever brings nightmares, let me dream them, so that yours are ended. Whatever brings anxiety, when push really comes to shove, in that moment let me take your worries. That's the measure of my love. And then whatever is good, let it all come abundantly and unending to you. Whatever is peaceful, let it hold you close your whole life through. Whatever is nourishing,
Let it feed you as seeds in winter to a dove. Let me give you the happiest days of your life, and let these wishes be the measure of my love. And so I just want to give a toast to the bride and groom. To the bride and groom. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Daniel, Samuel's best man. When Samuel, I don't know everyone calls him Sam now because he thinks it's cool. But after 25 years of friendship, he would refer to Sam as Samuel for the duration of this speech, but he likes it a lot. When Samuel asked me to do this, I was over the moon. Honestly, giving your best mate away and knowing that it would be mostly someone else's problem for the rest of their life is a fantastic feeling. I was surprised, mostly because he hadn't even got engaged yet. But given that I've done this 2 times before, he was probably just making sure I wasn't already about it. So you think by now I'd know how to write a best man speech. But as I sat on Tuesday and started to write this, I realised I had no clue. Don't get me wrong, I've got hundreds of hilarious stories about Sam, but once you remove the ones that his parents and Kate can never hear, the list is reduced horrible. Over 25 years of friendship, what's that been like? For your sake, Kate, I hope it's a lot easier than I thought. Now, our friendship story isn't like most others. I was actually asked to become friends with Sam. And when your primary 2 teacher asks you, she's telling you. Her plan was to bring him in with the rest of the class, because she viewed him as a bit of a loner. And I thought, yeah, no problem, how bad can he be? I just never thought, after all these years, I'd be standing giving a best man speech. That teacher has a lot to answer. After a couple of years, it was the other way around. I hardly spoke to the rest of the class, and our primary 5 teacher told our parents that if we were ever split up, or one of us moved away, we'd be lost without each other. Now, I don't know about getting lost without each other, but we certainly had no issue getting lost with each other. In fact, the first time I visited Nice with Andy and Margaret, they thought we were going along for a holiday, but we were going along because you get in the pub at age 16. Long story short, Samuel returned 5 hours before I did. And Andy had to phone my parents and say that he and Samuel had lost me. And I only include Andy in that because he was the one who gave us the sightseeing / property. In fact, Samuel and I were partial to a drink or 2 in our younger years. When Andy and Margaret used to take us to the cinema on Saturday, it was always the same routine, the venue. Theirs was to go for a meal and then the cinema, and ours was to go to the cinema and then for a meal, except we never went for the meal. We took the money they gave us for the meal and went straight home and got alcohol. And this worked well. We were always in bed before 11, before Andy and Margaret got home, and they were none the wiser.
I'm still none the wiser.
Only 1 week, a family friend came to stay, and when he heard the plan of our usual routine, he wasn't too keen. But he went along with it anyway. That's where things went wrong. Because when Andy and Margaret came home, we weren't in bed, and said friend was running around the house with his top off, swinging his belt around his head, and it's fair to say we were rumbled. And I'll never forget when Andy sat me down the next day after he phoned my mum to explain what happened. He asked me if I had anything to say before handing the phone, and I thought, what did I say? And then something popped out of my head, phone, and I said, Happy Mother's Day! After school and university, we both went into financial services. And in fact, Samuel got me my first job in financial advice, and I'll be forever grateful for that. I'm even more grateful that he left the business shortly after. Our pub lunches have turned into very hungover breakfasts. But two great things did come out of Samuel's time at all. Introducing me to business, and of course that's where he met his lovely wife Kate, although she also left the business shortly after. Thankfully, she wasn't the one that got away. That's not to say he doesn't still have his moments. He got his stag do when he expected the entire plane to show some courtesy. We're waiting for him to get his bag and get off. Less than 12 hours away from Kate, and he almost caused a riot. I also like to think I've had a positive influence on Samuel. For example, I encourage him to read more. And he has read a couple of weeks later. They're audiobooks, but I'll take it where I can get it. But we've come a long way over the years. And whilst there have been plenty of disagreements, and he's still got annoying habits of checking on his cutlery screen before he eats a meal, which my mum hated. He's genuinely a great dad. In fact, during COVID, when Samuel joined me and Joanne on our family getaway, she was not best pleased about. We randomly toured a distillery in Edinburgh, in the middle of nowhere, and we met a primary 5 teacher. And the chances of that seemed insane to us. But what was funny was she wasn't at all surprised to see us together. All those years after, she said it would be lost without each other. That's great. And Kate, I'm sure you already know this, you're marrying into a wonderful family. And in Andy and Margaret, you couldn't possibly ask for anything else. The stuff that they've put up with us through over the years shows that they have the patience of saints. I only hope that you have that same patience. But on a serious note, if Samuel is half as good a husband as he has been as a friend to me over the years, then you've got one hell of a guy in your corner. And I know that you have a wonderful life together. And in fact, my 6-year-old son Daniel was at his friend Samuel's party back home today. And I was pretty happy about that, because everyone should have Samuel in their life, if they can find one, and you did. So I suppose all that's left is to say that this is the last time I'm ever doing this. And I wish all of you two all the happiness in the world. So for the last time, let's raise a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Cow.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for all 4 speeches today. You are now going to serve some wine, serve some food, and get ready for a party. Thank you very much.
It wasn't long ago that I began to visualise this moment and my future, and there were many variables in my imagination about what this might look like. Kate, I don't need to tell you how amazing you look. If I'd seen this 15 years ago, I probably would have fainted. You're an amazing lady, both in temperament, grace and beauty.
Is there anything more beautiful in life than a young couple clasping hands and pure hearts in the path of marriage. Can there be anything more beautiful than young love? And the answer is given. Yes, there is a more beautiful thing. It is the spectacle of an old man and an old woman finishing their journey together on that path. Their hands are gnarled, but still clasped. Their faces are seamed, but still radiant. Their hearts are physically bowed and tired, but still strong with love and devotion. Yes, there's a more beautiful thing than young love, old love.
I, Samuel John Cowan,
Take you, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
take you, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
I, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
I, Kate Chalmers Deacon,
take you, Samuel John Cowan,
take you, Samuel John Cowan,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
I asked myself why I love Kate. Kate to me is a lot of things. Level-headed, definitely strong-willed, wonderful person.
I promise to share my life with you,
To laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
to be proud of you,
to be proud of you,
never take you for granted,
never take you for granted,
always take care of you,
always take care of you,
and to be faithful to you.
and to be faithful to you.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
I've loved every minute we spent together over the last 9 years. I marry her today not because I think I will love her more, I don't think that would be possible, but simply to celebrate the love I have already held for many years.
Now you will feel no rain. For each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold. For each of you will be the warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness. For each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons. There is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion to the places where the rivers meet the sun. And may your days be good and long upon the earth.
Who is she, this girl who captured Sam's heart, who lit a fire that still burns today and brings us to this, their wedding day? With big brown eyes and long dark hair, Kate and Sam make an excellent pair.
Whatever is hateful, let its object be me, not you. Whatever is cruel, let its harm against me accrue. Whatever is sad, let it encompass me as a glove and leave you unburdened. That's the measure of my love. Whatever brings pain, let all its power against me be expended. Whatever brings nightmares, let me dream them, so that yours are ended. Whatever brings anxiety, when push really comes to shove, in that moment let me take your worries. That's the measure of my love. Let me give you the happiest days of your life, and let these wishes be the measure of my love.